Test. Test. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Let me see who we got. Shout out to Day Free. Welcome to the room. Alan Freeman. Shout out to you. And also, Alan, one of your comments, you said they about to, I can't remember your words now. They about to open up a can of whoop ass, or they about to set it off or something. I can't remember what you said, but no, they won't, unfortunately. You know, when I read that, I thought, who, you know, but shout out to you. Sherry Black, greetings to you. And I'm going to get into some of you guys' comments too. I expect you to be active in this stream, everybody. I'm not here for me. I'm here for us, you and me. It's we, us. Light Bearer, what's up, fam? You made another live stream. Allahu Akbar. My drive-by assassin shooter, Sass, I love you so much. Good to see you. Michael Freeman, greetings to you. Coyote Prophet, absolutely. My Chi-Town brother, shout out to you. I'm going to just start laying the parameters, everybody. I don't really need to wait for people to come in because I already put out the announcement video yesterday that I would be doing this. I will tell you I'm very tired right now. It's a bad day for me physically, but I said I was going to do this, and I am. And also, as you know, I've said to you, probably the next time you see me, I'll be shaving. Because I said to you that I was going to, you know, there's passages of the Quran. I know a lot of the Quran to recite it. But these passages that I'm adding now are significant because, again, you never stop learning in Islam. And so I didn't know that how important these passages were. There's one surah called Al-Kahf, and every Friday you're supposed to recite the 10 verses of that surah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, you know. And so I had to learn those. And then there's also some other passages that are very important. And I just decided for myself that I would not shave anymore. I'm still going to keep my beard, but it won't be like all this, you know. I've just decided I wasn't going to shave until I could recite them, just as a challenge for myself, and just so that I didn't take any leisure time, you know, because I hate looking like this. Now, I'm not even allowing myself to shape it up, you know, and being seen in public. And, you know, there was a lady down the street from me a few days ago that I was interacting with, and we had been outside, and there was something I needed to go back to say to her, and there was this teenager, and I go, can you go get the lady that lives in number 7? And I went with him, and he stuck his head and goes, Mom, there's some old guy out here in sandals. It's like, oh, bitch. Like, what? Anyway, so it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. I was ready to come home then and go, but I didn't. So that's why my aesthetics are what they are. Also, my ear thing that you guys know I get sometimes where I start dipping down. I feel that coming on. The struggle is going to be real in this live stream. Understand that. K.R. Watkins, shout out to you always, my sister. My God. Are you at work, K.R.? I know you. Adriano, shout out to you. Meech lady, I almost missed you, girl. What's up? Also, if you're somebody new, you'll see me do this a lot. Because when I know I'm going to be talking a lot, I put gauze. Because I have a tooth on this side and this side that scrape against my gum. And when it swells, then I can't eat because I bite my cheek. And it gets real swollen. So I put this in so that it doesn't scrape. So, much thanks to you, Jedi, for the Islamic videos you have been sharing, enlightening, inspiring. I appreciate that, Coyote. That's for you. You know, that's for you guys. You know, I'm already in the truth. I am a Muslim. And whether you know it or not, that's the way for you. It is the way. It is the way. That's the way that Jesus was talking about. The way. Not him, the way. Yeah, I do like Baron. I had one. I told y'all, what was it? Earlier this year, for the first time in my life, I had a tooth pulled on the bottom down here. And I was such a punk about it. Like, punk.net. But what happened was, when they pull it, thankfully it's in the back. They want $700 to put something there to make it look nice. I can't. Like, nah, we're not pulling teeth. Because that day that I went in, I was supposed to have 4 teeth pulled. And I didn't do it. I was like, well, let's just do the one and see how I feel about it. Luckily, I did, because then I would have had 4 spaces, and that would have been $700 each, and I don't have that kind of money. Shit. Not to be spending on no damn teeth. See there? Already. Anyway. Yeah, it is a sham. You know, and I have pretty good insurance that covers my dental, but they don't cover that. Corey Harrington, shout out to you. Yes, and I'm going to fire her ass up in this live stream as well. Understand that. Because truth must be told. You understand? Wait, y'all. And I don't know what that is either. And I'm a healthy person. Like, I don't eat like most of you probably eat. Most of the stuff you eat, I don't eat that. I have food fear. I can't. Also, I've got a documentary that I'm working on also about GMO foods, everybody. There's nothing you can eat in this society. Nothing. Nothing you can eat in this society. There's nothing. Layla Catherine, shout out to you. I don't want to miss nobody. I'll come back. You know, I always come back and make sure I go down and get everybody. So if you in here, you ain't going to be missed out on. Trust and believe. Wait, I missed the first part of that, KR. My husband. And I have more wisdom tooth. I know from many years ago, these weren't wisdom teeth, but I know from years ago, like back in the 1990s, I learned that I have more wisdom teeth than most people. So, because it was irritated. I had this flap of skin that was coming up and there was food getting underneath it, and they gave me this irrigator. Anyway. But that's when I learned I had more wisdom teeth than most people. Here's why we're here. As you know, I don't like to do police stories because they piss me off. Because I'm not a stand on the side of the road type of person. I'm like, I see an injustice, let's go do something about it. Let's go. You know. When I was growing up as a child in Chicago, you know, we lived in the basement of a housing project, but it didn't matter. And it didn't just have to be me or my family. I could be any place. Somebody coming out, so-and-so messing with so-and-so. Everybody go out there ready to kick some ass. Here we go. You see? Or the time that my father was in he was riding his motorcycle and somebody ran a stop sign on him. And we all went up to the hospital. And it was a scandal. They had to call the police. It was ugly. Anyway, I'm from that vein, you know, where you do stuff about injustice. You know, you don't just go out starting shit, but you answer it affirmatively and swiftly and firmly so that the perpetrators know don't come at you again, you know. Oh, y'all, we're not gonna get through this. It's like with cats, you know. Cats assert themselves amongst other cats and other animals. When they've decided something's going to be, they assert themselves and everybody stay back, you know. And so we see this even in nature. Everything does it except for us. We're the only people not defending ourselves and setting a standard and sending a message to anybody who's observing. Don't fuck with black people because they will go to the up to and include violence and destroy your ass off the earth if they need to if you fuck with them unjustly. They're here to obey the rules and the laws, and they can get along with you and all that stuff. But you can't just fuck with them unjustly and think that's going to be okay. In this case, in a perfect world, and I love the tone of Botham's mother. Shout out to Chigs. I don't know where y'all come up with some of these names. I don't know if it's a favorite animal or I don't know how y'all come up with these names. Like, let everything in your life reflect who you are, everybody. I say that to anybody. Everything about your life should reflect you. Don't buy a car because it's trendy. Does it feel like you? Does it look like you? Then buy that car. You understand what I'm saying? Don't ever do anything just haphazard. Like even your screen name. Does that reflect you? What is Chigs? What is that? Can you tell me that? What you said you're 53, who's having a tooth pulled this Tuesday after putting it off the past 3 months. Well, I put it off way longer than that. But Chigs, explain your name to me. I'm really curious about that. Talk to me about this. Just let everything in your life be authentic, everybody. It's a part of your whole humanity. It's about how you do everything in life, you know. I've always been that person. Everything about me reflects me. You could just see anything go, that's the Jedi. That's him. Like, that's got to be him, you know. So, think about your screen names more thoroughly, you know, other than, oh, this is cute. You know, I'm over it. In a perfect world, and I love the tone of Botham's mother, you know, because she is not clouded by, she's not an American, you know, hold up, y'all, damn it. She's not an American. So there's a different culture, there's a different life view, she has a different understanding of herself on the earth even. You see, that's why I say you got to get outside of this country and you have to go other places because you don't know what, you don't even know what life is. You're bogged down. You got to travel outside of where you live, even if it's in this country. Go someplace else. So she's not bogged down by that. So thusly, her perspective is what it is. So when she stood at the mic that day at the press conference, and she said, and I love her St. Lucian accent, these people are dirty, they are corrupt, and I know that they are going to protect this devil, Amber Geiger. Oh, I'm doing a video. That's it. Because I'm the only one that I hear calling these people the damn devil. That's it. I mean, my people will, in their comments, they say it, you know. But I use it as a part of my everyday vernacular in society, online, wherever I exist and breathe. You understand? And anytime I come across black folks that aren't saying that back to me, especially if they're talking to them in real life, in person, they don't say it back to me, I have an immediate problem with them. Immediately. You know, like I'm obsessed with Africans, you know, that continental Africans. And the Nigerian brother that I told you guys that I've been trying to befriend over the last several months, that friendship is going to be in question. Because, A, you're a Christian. I know I'm going to have to overcome that with anybody I'm going to meet. You're a Christian, okay. But then you weren't able to say to me that Jesus was a black man. You couldn't state that affirmatively. And then you can't say that this white man is the devil. And you blacker than me. And you're from the continent. Like you came here on your own. I don't know about this friendship. And like Dr. Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I'm not going to be changing this brother. I won't be changing him. I get it. So, when I saw his mother, that was everything for me. And I understood the urgency, and I said it in my opener to that video, to the documentary. I said that, you know, first it was, you know, I gave a series of things. I was like, and now they're coming into our home. You need to know that just yesterday or whenever it was, in Maryland, after this incident now, you had the police run up into somebody's house in Maryland. But your boy blasted on their ass. Shot 2 of them. Allahu Akbar. Unfortunately, they weren't severely injured. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. One was shot in the hand, one was shot in the shoulder, I think. And he was a brother. Huh? In fact, I'll share that article with you before we get into this. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because I just don't need to. I'm more interested in just showing it to you than anything. Alright. Maryland police admit fault. Won't charge man who shot 2 of these assholes in wrong door raid. Because they had gotten a tip, probably from somebody white, that there was drugs being sold in this apartment. And they went to the wrong apartment. Oh, it was really the wrong one because they blasted on their ass. But let this be a message to our people. There is a Second Amendment in this fucking country. You must be armed as an African person. You don't have a choice. You must. It's like you got to buy food, you got to buy you a gun. You just goddamn it have to. See? And so this is going to be the next wave. So the moment that you hear anybody, I don't care who it is, coming into your house and they haven't knocked and they trying to come in your house, you blast on their ass. You blast on their ass. And especially if it's these motherfuckers, definitely. Because And it's kind of a gift from the universe that this happened, because we've not adjudicated this Botham Jean case. And the precedent that it will set will be a legal problem for us in the future. That's why we have to set precedent now. So that's good that this happened, because then the police chief and the prosecutor in Maryland said, nothing to see here, we're not going to prosecute him. Because how would they? God damn it, you're a police officer, it don't matter, you made a mistake, you got your ass burnt. Period. They're not above the law. They're not above the law. We have to remember that. They are not above the law. They are not. You understand? Wait, yo, my ear, oh my God, I cannot do this. We're going to keep this short. I don't know what this is. Like, I can't predict it. So, I'm not going to read that, because I don't want to take up the time. You can just search that story on your own. You know, if you choose to. But, my point is, this case now with this whore is going to set precedent. And, they're laying the groundwork now for her to completely be set free. Why I had to do a 3 fucking hour documentary is to help you to understand fully and completely. See, when I do stuff like that, I worry. Because I know how, when I'm in my own life, when I'm having face-to-face conversations with people, how they just don't understand shit. Like, I can't believe humanity half the time. So when I do a video like that, it's like, I gotta do this because they're not gonna understand it. They won't make the tie-up. You know, let me make the tie-up for you, so let me drag you through by hand, you know. That's why I had to go through that timeline the way that I did. And then the learning now from the lying ass district attorney that she had turned herself in a different county, that lays the groundwork now. Because they're going to try to say, well, this is the county of jurisdiction because this is where she turned herself in. Even though, let's say you commit a crime, a carjacking, and you are on a high-speed chase now. Carjacking happened at point A. You're now going through all these counties, and oh my God, and you're wrecking stuff, and da-da-da-da-da. Now, all those counties can have some kind of a prosecution against you if you've done anything in their county, such as speeding on their freeways. But it all goes back to point A. This was the origination of the crime. So now the chase ends at point Z, and there's an arrest by that jurisdiction, whatever. But there's always an extradition back to the point of the crime until one of us is killed. Then all rules start changing. I cite for you. In the Rodney King beating, that was supposed to be held in LA County, but they moved it to all-white Simi Valley County. This is typical. White supremacy changes the rules for them. It's no longer about law. That's why we have to get into a coordinate where we get lawless when they get lawless. Oh, the law doesn't matter anymore? Okay, all good. You see? And then we all go there. We don't allow them to be lawless when it fits for them, and then we have to only abide by the law. Fuck that. You understand me? So, that was an act of lawlessness. So in this case, they will try to say, well, because of all of the outcry of the case, she can't get a fair trial here, so she has to go to the county where she turned herself in. Fuck that, because it's an international case now. Her family is from St. Lucia. They had, I mean, even the island, I had some video. I'm not going to find it. The island, the whole island is like on this thing. You understand what I'm saying? This is an international story. So any lawyer worth their salt could argue to a magistrate to say, bullshit. There is nowhere on the earth she'd go that nobody doesn't know about this case. We're just going to have to trust the system and trust the jury system. Huh? You see? Because if it's in Dallas County, it's going to be too many more black folks. Talk to me, K.R. Watkins, and anybody else that's in Dallas. And I'm not going to read comments now, you guys. You can leave your comments, but I'll go back because if I then I'll lose my train of thought. So don't worry about typing stuff. That's fine. I'll go back. Shout out to Khalifa of the Most High. Greetings to you, my brother. So everything that we've seen, because again, but what's going to be critical is these doors. I suggest to you they took the doors. They got the warrants to take the doors off the hinges because they wanted to be able to conceal the fact that those doors slam shut. There's no way to leave them ajar. They slam fucking shut. Just like a hotel room door would. But that video evidence is out there now. Inside Edition did it. I brought you the video of that. And the attorneys did some things. There's also a neighbor that did a video that put it up on Instagram, and somebody else. So these doors, the characteristic of these doors is known now. The only way that won't be able to be seen by a jury is if they somehow pull some white bullshit and they say that's somehow not admissible. You know, we've seen this happen where the key shit not admissible, and then years later jurors see the shit that happened and they go, if I'd have known that, I would have voted different. You see? Okay, Angeline, thank you. I suspected that because I've been to Dallas. Come on now, I'm the Jedi. Good question, Michael Freeman. Who paid the bitch $300,000 bond? Remember, it's only 10% of the bond. Whatever set as bond, you only pay 10% of that. But we still ask the question who paid it for. Because remember, police don't make any money and they just have a tough job and they're broke and they're living on food stamps and we just can't. You see? Yeah, where she turned herself in was more white folks. So, but they're putting the story out there that the Rangers are the ones that arrested her, and that's not true. I proved that in my documentary, and that's been proven out by their own statements. Not only that, we know that the Texas Rangers are law enforcement themselves, and 99% of the time, they've supported the police. So, I can't. So, they want to, and by the way, I tried to do Google Earth to show the parking structure. I have to get the search warrant. And I'll show you the parking structure at her fucking building. Is this the one that turned on me? Because one of these I looked it up and it shut down my computer. I was like, what? No, I don't want the search warrant. I want the arrest warrant. Is this the search warrant that I search? Arrest warrant. That's what I want. So that we can look at the Google Earth. Because I seen somebody else and they was looking at Google Maps. I don't ever look at Google Maps for anything. Like, I don't even know how to deal with that. Like, I only look at fucking Google Earth, bitch. I just need to get Botham's address off the warrant. 1210 South Lamar Street. Let me go to Google Earth. Oh, and I got another video for y'all. I'm just waiting for Google Earth. Dallas, Texas, bitches. Let us begin. This is what we're talking about, everybody. Now, what is the date on this picture? 1995, bitch. We might have to go to Google Maps, because this looks like a construction site. I'll go back and check the address to make sure we're in the right place, but I know I am. Ah! I don't do no cartoon. That looks like it's been constructed. Let me just go next door just in case. Oh, because those are tracks. That's not a street. Bingo. That looks like the building. No, it doesn't. This is St. Austin Street. I need to be on Lamar. Let me just double check. "1210 South Lamar Street. 1210 South Lamar Street." That can't be right. But it doesn't light up blue, so it's not a street. You can't sit over there. This isn't Lamar. This is Austin Street. Oh, look at the tracks. No, it's a street. That's them. That's it. Yeah, there's a parking structure. Let's go around there. Get your bus ass out the way, bitch. So, without being able to go in there, what we do know is that is what we would expect to see as a parking structure. And so it's concrete, and we know we've been in parking structures, the shit would be marked. To go up another level is absolutely on purpose. You understand me? It's on purpose to go up another level. And this is a weird way to get to him too. Like, you got to come all the way back here and around, and there must be another way, because this isn't wide enough to accommodate traffic going in and out. That's too narrow. Let's go down a little more. We also know that the day of his murder, she had put in another complaint about noise from up in his unit. You know, I believe when I learned that, I was like, well, then that's the end of the puzzle. That's the end of the puzzle for me. Hold up, y'all. For me, that meant this night she had worked 12, 15 hours. She brought her white ass home. She got in her apartment. She may have heard some noise from him. That's it. She goes up there, beating on the door. Let me in. He opens the door. What do you want? Because there's been problems before. Maybe he mentions, yeah, they called on me earlier today, because he got a call. And this white bitch murdered him. You understand? Because we have to understand, everybody. You got to remember, it's nothing for these people to kill others. That's their whole history. That's one of their traits. It's murder, kill. That's what they do. You know? And just because she's a female, that don't mean nothing. That's the worst of them. You understand me? So, that could be it. If we're not willing to accept that they knew each other. By the way, I misspoke in that photograph. I'm sitting here saying one thing, and I'm looking at one thing and saying the other thing. Anyway, it was the heifer on the right, not the left. That was the praying mantis. I would assume there's some... where you going? I would assume there's some way to access the parking from here. Yeah, you could drive through. Yeah, you could drive through the peaks. Uh, if we're not willing to believe that there was a relationship between them, then we could at least agree that I have to go pray. I'll give it a minute. Hold on. Let me turn this. Hold up, y'all. All right. Then we could at least agree that there was a neighborly dispute. You know what I mean? That was between them. You know. Because you don't have to know your neighbors to hate them. How many places have I lived when I went where I wanted the people next that were over or above me dead? You know, my first place that I lived in Maryland, when I came to Maryland from Atlanta, me and my brother lived together. And the dude downstairs, I promise you, I wanted him dead. Wallahi, I wanted him dead. You understand me? Because he played his music so fucking loud, it came up into our apartment. It took it over, and he would literally leave that playing. I'm getting worked up even remembering it. I can't even. I'm just telling you. But we've all had. Damn it. We've all lived places where we wanted our neighbors dead. You know. I may continue this from bed, y'all, because I can't. And also, if I'm in a laying down position, this ear thing doesn't happen. We'll just see what's going to go on. But anyway, okay. They want us to believe then that she's now on duty. That's what this whole thing is about. That's why they've been treating her with special treatment. That's why I wanted you to go and watch the video of the district attorney's press conference, because one of the reporters asked her, like, it looks like she's getting preferential treatment. Even though she was off duty, it looks like she's been, it's being like she's given that type of treatment. And we are going to make sure that all of our citizens receive equal. Fuck you, whore. That's why I had to link that. I couldn't watch it. I can't look at her. I can't look at her. I cannot look at her. I can't. So they delay the whole, I can't arrest her. I can't arrest her. I have to get a search warrant. Oh, I can't touch her. I have to get an arrest warrant. I'm still waiting on a judge. I can't. And then she just goes and turns herself in a different county. I suggest somebody told her to do that. Because you can look at her and know she's not sophisticated intellectually. She's not. She's exactly what you want for the police department. A bitch who has a shitty attitude, who has low intellect, low education, and give her a badge and a gun. That's what they look for. Listen, when after I left the prison, I went into private security for a little while, and then I did some other things. Anyway, I was working for a company in California called DJ Communications Incorporated, out in Chatsworth in the Valley. And my girlfriend at the time, Jasmine, wherever you are, she was going to go take the LAPD test. And she wanted me to take her. I go, okay. So I just said, well, I'll just come in and take it with you then, you know. Just to be with you, you know. I passed it. So I thought, well, maybe I might want to do this. I've already done juvenile corrections. I've done adult men's prison. Yeah, I could do a cop. But why I didn't get that job, and they had to go back to when I was a teenager. My first job, I was fired after 3.5 years over some racial bullshit. Ended up suing the company and winning. Thank you, please. But they used that as why they couldn't, because you sit before a panel of police know-it-alls with their stars and all the bullshit. And I didn't know it then. I had to live longer. Damn, y'all. I had to live longer. But what I learned was, oh, that's why I didn't get the job. You know, because they're giving you the okay to go to the academy. I didn't get the okay because there was too much going on up here. Because they were asking you psychological questions. And I wasn't sophisticated enough, and psychological questions were just starting to be used in job hirings. Now they use it for everything. It's a questionnaire of psychological bullshit. But that was just starting, apparently. And I didn't know that that's what, so I'm just because now I know how to answer those questions. You understand? Like, there was a young lady years ago that she was my tenant, and her and her boyfriend moved in next door to me. She had never worked. He worked at one of the local grocery chains. I said, well, send her over. I'll do mock interviews with her, and I'll create a resume for her out of thin air. She's never worked. We'll create a resume. She'll get a job. Sure enough, she got a job. But when we went to the website, it was for Target. These questions were psychological. Now I'm the sophisticated dude. I know how to answer those questions. No, say this there. This is what they want to hear. This is what they want. You see? Boom, she got it. But I didn't know that when I'm sitting in front of this panel of fucking police generals and bullshit. But that's why I didn't get that job. Because I wasn't a dumbass. And those people that are on those jobs, even if they're ex-military, are dumbasses. Even my brother, who is now ex-military, he's not the next sibling, but he's the next boy. My brother is a cream puff. I'm smarter than him, asleep. Do you understand me? He's a dumb fuck. I said it. He's dumb. So he's perfect for the military. You know. They want people to just do what you tell them to do. And that's even more critical now because of their foreign policy, what they want as far as a police state and all those things. They cannot have you be somebody that's thinking. You can't have that. Can't have that. So, that's who she is. So somebody told her, go to such and such county and turn yourself in. You know, this will be better for you down the road. So she did that. And she sails off into the distance. Then she leaves her apartment. Why? Why the quick move? One could say, well, everybody knows that's where the Southside Flats are, so they know. What you don't know, and I didn't share with you, I called the Southside Flats live. But when I finished the call, y'all, because I had the search warrant up on my computer, that thing started fucking up on my computer. My whole computer froze, and the recording software was, everything's going. So now I got to shut down my computer. And I wasn't going to do it again, but I'll tell you what happened. Why I was calling, because I wanted to know, and I got my whitest voice ever on me. And I was like, yeah, you guys have 2 bedrooms, and you have 1 bedroom, Is there assigned parking? The Asian bitch told me, I'll have to call my representative on site. Bitch, it's parking. You posted on. I'm not asking about the plumbing. Parking, bitch. You see? So this is a problem. can I get your name? I go, no, we're looking right now. She was really pressing me to get my name. Now, I could take that two ways because I know how realtors are, they want to sell. So they want a lead they can follow up on later. Wait, damn. I'm going to end this pretty soon, y'all, because I'm not going to put you through all this dipping that I'm doing right now. I wouldn't give her my name, obviously. I wasn't even going to give her a fake name. Because she didn't need it, And, but she did say at one point, I mean, there can be, if you pay the extra or whatever. Well, my man was an accountant. He ain't got no kids, no wife. He could pay that. And apparently the fucking praying mantis is single too. She don't got no kids. She ain't married. You see what I'm saying? And somewhere along the way, I feel like she wanted the black penis. I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to that. Where there's a white heifer and a black penis, there's going to be problems. There's going to be problems. And he's just up over her. Come on now. What? Don't play with me. Don't do that. Don't come near me. Anyway. So, the ambiguity of the district attorney, the lack to charge, the chief, her fake ass, the lack of charging her with murder outright. And then I read to you the arrest warrant from the Texas Rangers, which was after the fact, because she'd already turned herself in, been arrested or been booked, which they just said admitted, and then the bitch was out. They never tell us who set the bail or who made the charge of manslaughter. This is all about marching you to she's going to be getting off. You understand me? But what we know is the door was not ajar, that the hallways looked different, that the red rug that he had in front of his apartment, praise God for that. And somebody suggested in the comments that they think that it was the police that made his apartment look like that. That because everybody, even the attorneys, everybody's talking about how meticulous he was, and meticulous, you see? And so that doesn't add up that then his apartment would be in disarray. I'd also be interested in seeing his car. Like, what kind of car did he drive? What kind of car did he drive? I'd like to know that. You see? I'd like to know that. But that made me think, yeah, maybe they did. I don't know, because there was dishes in the sink. Like, I don't think they would have put dishes in the sink. Depending on which video you saw. There was dishes in the sink. Which also would throw off their idea that he was expecting a guest. If he was expecting a big visitor, I would suggest it was another male, like a homeboy or something, because you could be the sloppiest dude. If it's a female coming over, you cleaning up. Even if you got to call your sister and them to come over. Can y'all come and clean my house? I've known dudes that did that. Like, I could call my sister and them. They come over and clean my house because they try to have a female over. You know what I'm saying? Their house normally is some bullshit. The weed is a non-issue because weed is like legal across most of the damn country. And I gave you the Texas law on weed in the documentary. So this is a it only just goes to show the evil, the white evil, you see, and the intent from the beginning to not look at her as a criminal and to chastise her, but to let's see how can we chastise this black man now, his dead carcass, just the same way as they handcuff us when we're dead. That, they should be shot in the head just for that shit. Like, unfucking cuff the dead body, bitch. That's extra. You understand? That's extra. Anyway, I want to go to some of your comments now to see what you guys are saying. Well, we say she better go to gym, Michael, but I'm trying to lay it out for you right now, brother. I don't think so. Oh, Sass, I just see your 3:30 thing. I don't know what time it is where you at. Yeah, I will, Sherry. I am tired. You, man, I wish I could film my life. I've said this many times. If I filmed my life, you go, how the fuck do you do even a YouTube video? How do you do it? Okay, I see you, Alan. Drive to Dallas, but what we gonna do? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Yeah, but I don't like to go to no shops, Light Bearer, cause I can't. Listen, if God didn't create it and it's only been touched by Him, I don't want it. I don't want it. Yeah, I think it might be water ear or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm so in tune with myself in this, I haven't figured out. I'm trying to get to something meaningful. I'm trying to get to some meaningful comments, y'all. Appreciate all of them, but you know. I love that, KR. Run, Jedi, run, I know. Miss Empress. We gotta talk, girl. I want my necklaces. I'm gonna fight you and your man. Good to see you. Guns, gas masks, and grenades. I love that. And it's a tongue twister too. I love that. I love that. It's goddamn it. Guns, gas masks, and grenades. Goddamn it. Yes, I love that. Oh, oh. I'm sure I did, KR. I'm sure I saw your questions. I have to go back because there was a lot. What I loved about this and why I'm doing this live stream, damn it to hell. Why I'm doing this live stream is because the comments were so involved, and so it was the viewership and the comments as well. People were really having a lot to say, and I just thought, well, I should follow this up with a live stream. Like, let's talk about it, you know. Um, I agree with that, Sass. You know, she is, but they're all impeding. Starting with the fake ass, no tooth ass district attorney ass bitch. She could have charged her. That fucking I'm trying to be a butch dyke in a fucking lipstick bullshit ass police chief. Her bitch ass could have arrested her. You see? So they're all impeding justice and delaying it and trying to give her a chance and make it, you see? But what we're allowing is them to tell us to wait once again. Marching and protesting and singing ain't it. You understand? If people aren't being physically injured or money is not being affected or somehow the economy is not being fucked up, you're not doing any damn thing. You're not. Oh, oh my god, I cannot. This is the universe messing with me, y'all. Because if I had just done this cold and not announced that I was doing shit, I'd be fine. Every time I say I'm going to do something, something happens. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't like to announce stuff. Thank you, Adriano. I worked hard. I worked hard. So I appreciate that you appreciated it. Yeah, Lightbearer, and if there's anything else that, you know, that's not getting out to national news that you recognize is only being heard there, we need to know about that. Right. They say the police department was right there, KR. Oh, okay, Angeline, let us know. Oh, oh. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, and I'd like to know also, Sass, how many black people were in that building? Because, you know, anytime we any place, you know, white people are watching us, even when we're not watching their ass. You see what I'm saying? So every fucking white person in that damn building knew him. They knew. They knew. They knew. Because as soon as your ass move in any place, they know his ass be looking. Oh my God. Daryl Eiffel, shout out to you. No, Khalifa. That was another lie she told. First, she said there was federal, state, and local laws that said she couldn't fire nobody, and there was a young attorney that said, "Fuck her, the bitch is lying." That's another lie. It's none of it's true. I believe they planted it, but even if they didn't, so what? It's weed. So what? So what? It's a non. It's a non anything. You know. You want to tell me you found nuclear warheads? I'll hear you. Julia Loftus, shout out to you. I see you in the room. She said Kaufman County is Redneckville. I guess that's where the bitch turned herself in at. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I can't. Hold up, y'all. Um, but it jumped. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at. I have no idea where I'm at. Last thing I saw was they need to do her phone records. Anuket. Assalamu alaikum. I'm just going all the way to the bottom. Fuck it. It's too much. Because I'm looking for comments that I can read out that are about what we're talking about. And it's just like sporadic stuff that's a waste of my time. Shout out Barbecue Becky. Why you would pick that name, I do not know. MW, what's up, my brother? Day Free, shout out to you. They're not going to make a serious stand. That's the problem with my people. You don't make no serious stands on shit. Until you're ready to lose your life, or at least put your life in jeopardy for what you want and what you deserve, you're not going to have shit. You will stand around and wait for the murderers to tell you what justice looks like. I'm over it. Bismillah. I'm all stopped up. Ray Supreme, shout out to you. And somebody asked me, Sidney Coleman, where did you get that she's a security guard of the building? Sydney. And she had 2 sets of keys. That's new information. I don't know about that. Somebody asked me, this is off topic a little bit. I forget who it was. But Ray Supreme's name made me think about it. Because when I was talking about the Hebrew Israelites and they were saying, somebody asked me, would you be willing to debate a Hebrew Israelite? I don't debate anybody. I've told you, intellectuals don't debate and argue. We discuss. We discuss. Debate suggests that you're going to bring some shit that's not truth, that's not valid, that's not known. You see? Intellectuals are only interested in what are the facts, what is known, and we discuss about that. So yes, I'm happy to have a discussion with any Hebrew Israelite, but I'm not debating anybody. You understand? I'm an intellectual. I don't argue, I discuss. It's hard to keep up, y'all. Really? Have we heard those tapes, Sasser? Sasser's saying that that's not true. The original call to the fire department was that a security guard shot Botham. I don't know this information. But that would be inconsistent with them hearing her saying, "Let me in." Unless, let's say she did. I don't know. I'm not going to entertain the security guard bullshit. I don't know anything about that. Bring proof. Show me a link. Show me something. We're not going to discuss conjecture. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I can't do this. Oh my God, I can't. Don't tell me that. You're telling me that. Show me it. You see, that's why Christians are Christians, because they just believe that. They've done no work, no study. It's say in the Bible, it's say in Luke, it's in Matthew say, show me, send me a link. I'm happy to explore that. That's absolutely, new information. But show me. Because I've not heard that. Because remember, this is a shifting and moving story. So I accept that that could be a new development. And now Chiggs is saying that's been debunked. That was just the first of her many lies from this lying whore. By the way, that's her first and last name with me. You're not gonna get her first and last name out of me coming across my lips. That's it. I had to say it when I quoted Botham's mother. That's it. Her first and last name is lying whore. That's it. Full name, lying, murdering, racist, bigoted ass whore. White whore. Shout out to Shaka. Shaka says, I remember hearing that on the night she killed him, she murdered him. I love to use that word. He heard that as well. That was initial confusion about what happened. The 911 dispatcher thought the lying whore was referring to the security guard. Big ups to you, Shaka. So we just don't have firm evidence of that, you know. We just don't have it. Yeah, they started protecting her out the gate. You know, I don't like it. But that's why we are, as a people, are supposed to have something in place that counteracts that. That they know our organization will come. That we have an organization that acts. We don't need to wait on you. We just don't need to wait on you. We will act. You see? That's what we need. Now, Sir, if you're watching, you know, make contact with me or something, because you could be watching. Unless you're out for the weekend, but you still could be watching. Yeah, she is MW. She's still on the payroll. And that's one of the bones of contention with his mother. You know, she shouldn't still be getting paid. But again, she's still getting all this same shit as if she was on fucking duty. That's why I made it such a big deal in my documentary. This bitch was clocked out. She's at her front door, according to her, going into her house. You're done for the day. Done. You're not on call. You're done. But they're trying to give her this thing as if she was on duty. Yeah, at times like this, they should be in fear of all the black community. They should be. Because this is such an epidemic. And like I say, we get shot under the most outrageous circumstances. This would only happen to a black person. It just would not happen to fucking white people. When are we going to say, wait, we have to have a constitution for ourselves? This is how we react to this shit. We don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. This is how we react when this happens. This is what we do. This is what we do. Now deal with that. Shout out to T-Town. Oh my God. How long are we in now, you guys? We'll go a little longer. Okay, Sydney. I will make you a moderator so you can add those links. Now you can add the links. CJ Mendoza, I see you. Shout out to you. Good to see you too. Speaking of goddammit links, I'm putting in there also the link for my GoFundMe, you guys. I'm serious about Africa. I want to get the hell up out of here. So the link for the GoFundMe, I need you to put something on that GoFundMe, you guys. I'm going to keep coming and I'm going to keep pushing because I understand how I can run out of time. And in 2020, I'll still be stuck here. I'm not doing that. I want to get the fuck up out of here. So the link for the GoFundMe to donate for me for Africa is in the chat. Please donate $1, $2, $5, whatever you can give, you give that. You know, you don't gotta, you don't have to write a check like Oprah. If you could do that, then do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. This is the reason for on-duty policy. Okay, but if that's a YouTube link, Sydney, if it's, I can't use it. I won't be able to play it. But it's in the link, so y'all can go watch it. I just can't play it for you. She does look like a tranny, actually, Chigs. Like, she just, or a butch dyke. Like, I knew, I lived in the valley, and I knew this chick when I didn't have a car no more. Her name was Stephanie. That's who that bitch looked like. I just decided. Stephanie was that type. She drove the bus. She had that hair, but she was a lesbian. She was real nice to me, though. God bless her. And she gave me a place to stay when I didn't have no place to stay and all that. I love her. But that's what that bitch looked like. Yeah. If I keep the uniform on, I get paid. Or I can say I was on dude. Fuck that. Because the white man is a liar, he's also a really bad liar. And that's one of the reasons why we know he's a liar. Because his lies always prove themselves out to be lies. Okay, Khalifa, I'm glad you were able to come and be a part of it, brother. I appreciate your presence. All the time. Always. This is really tough for me, you guys, because I'm not feeling well at all. I think I'll be happy to continue this in bed. I think I could be a lot better off in bed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop the stream. That'll give you some time to get over to the GoFundMe and put something on Africa for your boy. And then I'm going to set up my equipment so that I can be in bed. That way I have to keep dipping on y'all and it's just not fair to you. I hate that. So, and I'll come back. If you come back, I'll stay. If you don't, then I'll just assume we've done enough for the day and we're done. All right? So I'm going to end it here. And I'll be back. Give me probably 10 minutes to reset. And then I appreciate you, Becky. God bless you. God bless you. That matters. I tell you guys, the strength in numbers. Once we can raise this money, then I can start realizing a plane ticket and all that stuff. And I just like, yeah, it's happening, you know. So just give me a few minutes to reset, because I can do this, but I think I can do better from my bed. You know, that's my favorite place on earth anyway. Y'all know that. So let me reset and give me like 10 minutes or so, and then I'll reestablish the stream. And or is it a way to leave it on? No. I'm ending the stream, and we'll start anew. We'll start anew. We'll start anew. So I will see you back in like 10 minutes. Peace.